Also, still with me, and I want to get their reaction to all of this, Steve Rogers and Mike Baker. Guys, thank you for standing by. I appreciate it. Mike, I'm unfortunately to cut you off for the president, but, Tom Homan is saying, look, they're enforcing the law. There's this misperception out there of the way that ICE is handling the issue of illegal immigrants, and there's a lot of, frankly, falsehoods out there about how they conduct business.
Right. Yeah. The left has taken this as a narrative for political purposes, and it's not rocket science why they view their position to be good for them down the road in future elections. But I don't think Jerry Brown's going to see the irony in California, in his state, refusing to follow federal laws and then having a town within his own state turn around and say, well, we're not following Jerry Brown because Jerry Brown's not following the Constitution. It will be very interesting to see whether this impacts other towns who may, in fact, feel the same way, but up to this point haven't been emboldened to stand up to California state leadership.
Yeah, and Steve, it was interesting when the president began his remarks, he talked about the fact, let's talk about the issue of illegal immigration. And what does that mean? We're talking criminals, we're talking murderers, we're talking predators. That was something that the president said. Kate Steinle in San Francisco, look at Arizona, what sometimes illegal immigrants do bring to this country, which is mayhem, madness, and they do break the law.
Cheryl, the president magnificently laid out a case as to why the federal government has to step in and address this sanctuary city problem. He is absolutely right. We're talking about, could you imagine, the police arresting individuals and then they're released and they go out and kill people? I've spoken to police officers. They're frustrated. They're angry. They're putting their lives on the line only to see the courts and others release these criminals. All the president wants to do, and look, he's been consistent from day one, is to protect the American people.
Mike, obviously we're dealing with a lot of security situations in this country right now. School shootings, another one today. But when it comes to illegal immigration and the issue of sanctuary cities, how crucial is it, do you think, that we come to a solution in the next few months? And we have seen, it's got to be fair to say, we have seen, thanks to President Trump, a decrease in illegals crossing the border, in particular from Mexico.
Well, yeah, we have. And I think we'll continue to see that as we move forward with enhanced border security and at some point getting funding for improving that security, parts of it being a wall, parts of it just being technology and additional resources. But look, this is the country, I think, if you just set aside politics, everybody can agree that we're a nation of immigrants. We're a nation that should be supportive of immigration. I think everybody also, if you set aside politics and try to deal with this civilly, can agree that our immigration policies have been broken for a very long time. So if we could find that common ground and then say, now let's work on certain things. And this administration, I think, surprised and frustrated and put the left on their back foot by coming forward with the DACA proposal as an example. 1.8 million people could benefit. And I think the left's answer, because in part they were confused and not sure how to respond to this, politically decided they were going to dig their heels in. And now you've got a lot of people out there that could have benefited from that outreach by the administration saying, wait, that was a pretty good deal. Why didn't you take it? So the Democrats, I think, it's going to be difficult working with them on this because I do believe that they're in a state of confusion to some degree.
Right. And Steve, last word to you. All of this, we should say, the Republicans that are meeting today at the White House, this is tied, of course, to budget negotiations.
Well, what is very significant is that this problem should have been solved a long time ago. Now we have a president who's standing up, who's speaking out, and who is determined to solve this problem, and he will.